Okay, we're going to be live again. For those people who are going to join me on the late Sunday night, it's almost 9 o'clock in Europe. Welcome. I'm a little bit late today because I've been working on the upcoming webinar that we have on 7th of July. So that's this Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, on Tuesday I'm going to give this webinar. And I've been working on it all day. I mean, I'm so excited by now. And I'm going to tell you why I'm so excited because I think this is truly one of the best webinars I've given on health and optimal health. And I'm going to share some awesome secrets. So, yeah, I'm going to tell a little bit more about it because I'm so full of the upcoming webinar. Hi, guys. Good to see you back again. And so all day I've been in home. Beautiful day outside. Sunday in the mountains. It's wonderful. I did my exercise, my meditations, but then I got so entranced of working this webinar and preparing it, making statistics, all that kind of stuff. And I want to share a few things with you so that you know what it's going to be all about. I'm going to talk about, for example, the real causes of death. Why do people die? And it's not what you believe. Of course, we have like statistics, and people will say, okay, people die of heart disease, stroke, cancer, and those kind of things. Hi. Good to see you guys. But that's not why people die. So we're going to talk about the four causes of death. What are the real four causes of death? How to use your program, how to use your mind to program how you age. So that's very important secret. And some people may know some of it because I've shared this in the past. But in the meantime, we've been able to refine or programming or mental programs. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the frequency of love. This is one of the things I'm really, really excited about because many people talk about love. Hi, Natalie. But when I ask a person, what is really love? What is love? Tell me now, explain to me what's love. And then they say, yes, when I feel so much for a person. And some people even say, I would do everything for this person. I would, and some people would even go as far as say, their life is more important than my life. Hi, Linda. So, what is love? What for you? Let me ask you, what is love for you? So, is love taking care of someone? Do you think that's love? So if a mother takes care of a baby, is that love? I'm going to tell you it's not. All right? It is not. It is when a mother takes care of a baby, it's a biological principle. It is hormones. So the body of a mom produces hormones, and because of these hormones, she gets in love with the baby. So when a mother does not produce the hormones, pay attention very well because this is going to blow your mind. So when the mother doesn't produce these hormones, then you get what's called postnatal depression. Hi, Marlene. So postnatal depression is when a mother cannot feel love for her child, right? So what is love then? In a mother's love is not love. It is biological. It is genetically programmed for a mother to love her children. And even in animals, and in some animals, we have these programs. So that's not love, right? So you can say, well, yes, I love babies. Yes, you love babies. Why do you love babies? Because babies are genetically engineered to be cute. So if you look at a baby cat, a baby dog, puppy, a baby monkey, most baby animals, they are all genetically engineered for us to fall in love with them. They have certain things that our biological system reacts to it, and what we call love is nothing else than an affinity. An affinity is a preference. It is feeling good about something. And feeling good about something is not necessarily love. So if you say, I love whatever, pizza, I love pasta, is that love? It is not. You have a preference for that. So most people talk about love but do not really know what love is. And that's why I'm so excited to do this webinar, because as I'm working on this webinar, I'm getting more excited because there are so many things coming up that I'm looking at. Shall I put this in or not? So it's almost like a workshop. It might even last 1.5 hours because I want to put so much in, so much tip. Someone says love is appreciation. Not at all, my dear. It is part of it. But anyway, it's like it's a workshop. We call it a webinar, but it really is a workshop. I'm going to give you some tips for anti-aging, which are really powerful. I'm going to share my secrets of anti-aging with you, and then part of it is love, of course, but I'm going to show you all the research I've done. Yes, Marina, I'm back in Nashville. I'm going to show you all the research I've done for 40 years on health and well-being, and especially longevity, because in order to live for a long time, and this is something you will not hear a lot of people talk about, you have to go over a few mountains. Let me explain you, just for fun, the mountains you have to climb in order to become old age. Okay? Hi, hello. So the first mountain, you said love is an illusion to trap you in learning your lessons. Not really, not really. No, not. That's not the love we're talking about. That love is an illusion. That love is an illusion. Lucia said love is tolerance. No, tolerance is bad, Lucia. Tolerance is really bad. Tolerance means not accepting someone, but being okay for now. Tolerance is not good at all. But anyway, so you will discover if you come to the webinar what love really is. So, hi Esther. The mountains you need to overcome in order to live a long, healthy, happy life. I'm going to tell you these mountains. The number one, if we look statistically at what people are dying with, I'm not saying dying of, but dying with, people die with heart disease. So we need to overcome the mountain of heart disease, because on the whole planet, more than I would say more than half of the people die from circulatory problems. And part is heart, it could be stroke, it could be, in diabetes, it could be even that your legs need to be amputated, you get infection. So one big part is our circulatory system. So we need to find a way to, to conquer the mountain of arteriosclerosis, the mountain of plaques in your arteries and in your heart. And strangely enough, I'm going to reveal you the biggest reason why people die of circulatory problems. If it's a heart problem, there's other problems involved. We talk about two. Heart problems are linked to certain parts of the illusion of love. So our heart becomes weak when we think that we love. So when we love a person, we give up certain protection of ourselves. So we fall in love, and that means we give away our power in general, because we do not know what to do. We have not been educated how to fall in love. So we're going to do crazy stuff in order to win this other person, right? So we're going to go outside of ourselves in order to convince this other person that we're the right person. And that's going to create a whole lot of problems, because when you do that, sooner or later you're going to be disappointed, for sure. You're going to be disappointed for sure, because you are trying to win love by not being you. Just think about it. So by not being you, you're pretending to be someone you're not, so the other person is going to love you. In general, I'm just exaggerating a little bit. Hey, Gina, Di Bonero, Dushino Stasi. All right. So what about genetics, Peter says? I also pray for aneurysm. It was genetic, doctor. Is that karma? All right. Aneurysm, Peter, is a weakness somewhere in the arteries. In this case, it could be in the brains, and in the brains it's deadly. But we can also have an aneurysm in other parts of our body, in the aorta, for example, and then it could be a deadly. It's like a tube of a tire with a weak spot. Is it genetics? Maybe. Is it 100% genetics? No, because some people will have aneurysm in the family that they don't have aneurysm at all. So what is it then? It could be a whole series of things, Peter. One thing it could be is just an emotional conflict, depending on the location and where it is. If I would have more data, I could look at that. If it's in the brain, it could be, for one part, a deep emotional conflict linked to our father, and it goes back in generations. So in that sense, it is genetic, but it's more epigenetic. Epigenetic is what is the vibrations and the frequencies we get through our genes. Yes, it was aorta, says Peter. Natalie says love is a vibration. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now the question is, how do you vibrate with love, Natalie? So it was the aorta. So it is a weak spot there, and then so if maybe just tell me a little bit more, and then we'll get into that. But anyway, the most important thing is that the circulatory system is the first thing we need to keep in a great shape. And I'm going to give you the secrets how to do that. The second mountain we need to climb is the mountain of cancer, because the cancer is the second biggest killer on this planet. So we need to overcome that. And with cancer, we're talking more about the immune system. And another big killer is, of course, infections. So our immune system needs to be in great shape. Now, here I'm going to give you two things. Your heart, when you have a problem with your heart, is linked to loving in a wrong way. I already gave you that. Cancer is often linked to not feel love, to be angry, to feel rejected. So we're seeing that love is coming back in different ways. And I can tell you the following, just for you to know how to think about this. If you come to this planet, if you forget everything you know about yourself, just for a moment, and you would go back to before you came to this planet, and you would realize that you are an immortal being. You are living in eternity. You're living in infinity. And that you are pure love. And like someone says, a frequency. So we are, like Iris is saying, we are in essence love, right? So that's who you are. Now you come into a body. You come into a body, and now you get confused. Now you forget who you are. That's part of the game. You forget who you are. And now you remember it's about love. You know it's about love, but you have to figure out what is love. So you're looking at your parents and you're trying to discover how they love, and you're looking at other people's how they love, and you start to believe that you need to do something to feel loved, to be loved, and you forget that you are love. So, and when we are not connected with our essence, who we are, we get a disruption in our system, and this disruption in our system is causing disease in the body. So the body is being fed by a divine energy. Without your divine energy, your body cannot exist. It cannot exist, right? So stay with me for a second. So I'm feeding my body with divine energy, but now I am not aware of that divine energy. So I disconnect from that love that I am, and I'm trying with my mind and my head to find love in a different way, and that creates a disturbance in your frequency of love. And because of that disturbance and the way you give meaning to that disturbance, you can give meaning to disturbance by saying, I am not worthy of success. What you're saying, I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy to have a great relationship. What you're saying, I'm not connected to my love. So if I'm not connected to my love, I cannot attract the relationship that I want. I am not worthy to be healthy. Well, this is all bullshit. You are worthy of everything you can imagine. Everything you can imagine you're worthy of. So all these thoughts, these limiting beliefs, is what is disconnecting you from your true self. So, Natalie, we need to disconnect from ourselves. We need to disconnect from our false self, to what we are not. So we have become to believe that we are this or we are that. We need to do this in order to get that. We need to fight for love. We need to fight for success. We need to be somebody. We need to be good. We need to be loved. We need to be kind. We need to be grateful. There's so many things we think we need to be, while we're forgetting that we are already that what we think we need to be. So instead of doing what you need to be, you need to go back to being who you are. So if you be who you are, there's nothing for you to do because you are now connected. So the whole, let's say the whole voyage sounds very simple. It it is not that simple in the sense we have learned so much bullshit in our lives. We have learned so much limitation about ourselves. We have so much beliefs that are false. We are so much not even in understanding who we are. Some people can talk about it, but to be it is not so simple, because you need to go through all your hypnosis, to all your program. You need to stop believing everything you know about you, about life, about why you're here. All of that you need to let go in order to get to your core. And your core is that you are everything you need to be. And when you get there, you take a new mission in life. You take a new assignment. You said, okay, now I know who I am. The only thing I need to do is then allow other people to know who they are. And you need to understand there are many phony teachers on this planet. And what I mean with phony is not that they're charlatans, but they do not know about who we are. So they're teaching people in a way that is not going to bring them closer to where they need to be. So they're going to teach them things like, I don't know, NLP, how to think. It is not about how to think, it's how to be. So we go through all these trainings and all this stuff, and we are going to now model ourselves to be in a certain way because we think that's a good way. So there's so much stuff on this planet. And yes, they will teach you how to make money, but they're not going to teach you how to be happy. They're not teaching you how to find your true mission, because your true mission is not about making money. It's not about success. It's not about being somebody. Your true mission in life is to connect with yourself and to connect with everything around you, to understand that everything that comes on your path is part of you, to understand that everyone you meet is a part of you, to understand that there is no me or you, it is only we. And that path is the most difficult path to walk on, because it goes against everything we know. It is not about what we know, it is about going back to what we are. And so we need to forget what we know to become again who we are. And all this disconnection in the body is creating what's called disease. And we need to return back to our essence. And there are different ways to do that. There are tons of ways to do that. But you need to separate two things: your body and mind, that's one part of you, and your divine spirit. Your body and mind is a unit that needs to be trained. I see my body and mind as a computer with software. So the body is the hardware, the mind is the software, and then I need to learn how to program this body and mind to serve me. My body should be my servant, and I should not be the servant of my body. So in my case, I don't need food. I don't need liquids. That doesn't mean I cannot have them, but I don't need it, because my spirit is leading my body, and not my body is leading my spirit. So I can overcome my body's needs. I can fulfill all my body's needs just with my divine essence. So for a lot of people, they won't believe me. It is possible. But you have two things again: the body and the mind. They have to become the servant of you, the divine one. And when when the body and the mind is a servant of you, your power of your divine essence can heal everything in the body. So that's what you need to know, and you need to break so many patterns. A lot of foods we're eating. I'm going to reveal in this webinar the food that's killing everybody, the food that's creating the heart disease, that creates the circulatory problems, that destroys the immune system, that makes you fat over the years, and that destroys your brain, that destroys your joints. Your body's going to degenerate. And there's one important food that everybody's using, even if you're vegetarian. People don't know. And I'm going to tell you how you need to use less of that food. So that's one thing. One of the secrets I'm going to reveal to you. I'm also going to reveal the secrets how you get cancer. I'm going to tell you how to use love for healing. So these are all the things we're going to do. We're going to talk, of course, about biological age. We're going to talk about the immune system. We're going to talk about how many of the diseases that we have all come from the same source. So we look at the body-mind. When we look at the body-mind, the mind is the biggest problem for causing disease. Then what we eat, how we behave, but it's all mind stuff. If we cannot control the mind controls the body. The body will then seek that what is created by very smart people to sell us bad stuff for us to get addicted to the bad stuff, and that addiction to the bad stuff makes us sick again. Yes, Pascal, this Tuesday. So I'm very excited about this workshop, and in the workshop I'm also going to talk about quantum, because quantum is the science of what we say the energy that controls everything. Now, some people believe that quantum is something different. No, quantum explains everything. Even spiritual laws are quantum laws. There are no spiritual laws. Everything is based on quantum. Yes, Natalie, 7 p.m. Dutch time. So the mind becomes polluted, the software is polluted, and because of that, the body gets influenced, and because of that, we get sick. We step into the illusion that we cannot heal ourselves. We step in the illusion that we need doctors. We step in the illusion that we need medication. We step in the illusion that, we get older, we age, and we die. All that kind of stuff is just illusions of the mind. So because of that, we lose more and more connection with ourselves. And then people think that spirituality is something weird. But there is no spirituality. The spirituality does not exist. It is, if you analyze the word spirituality, is in there is spirit. So better to change the word spirituality is in knowing who you are. That's spirituality. It's nothing special. It's not doing yoga. It is not being kind. It is being used. And everyone, in a way, is disconnected from themselves. So the way back to yourself, you can call that a path, you can call it a journey, you can call it spirituality, you can call it personal growth, whatever you want to give it. But there is no spirituality. It's nonsense. Because a person is meditating and lives in India in an ashram, that's not to do with spirituality. A guru just loves to be a guru. It's just a role he's playing. He loves the attention. He loves to connect. He loves to meditate. That makes you a guru. And then people think he's special. Biggest bullshit on the planet. Yes, they can teach you some stuff, but listen carefully to a guru. They just say simple stuff. They understand the simplicity of things. They look at human being and they see how we are not ourselves, how we become away from ourselves, and they explain it back to us. And it sounds fantastic. It is simple. And all the laws of spirituality are just basic quantum laws. That's all it is. So there's not a guru better than you. There's someone who has connected better to themselves than you. But maybe tomorrow you're connected. Maybe the day after tomorrow you're connected. It doesn't really makes a difference. You're not less than anybody else. You are as strong and as powerful as everybody else. The only thing that you're figuring out is where is your power. And your power is in you, in your divine essence. And everything else is a distraction. Now, when we look at our body, that's what we're going to talk about in the webinar, is taking care of our body. So I'm going to teach you the secrets and the tips how to make your body so strong that it cannot get cancer, that and to right foods and the right mindset so your circulatory system does not become weak. And for men, also very important, how not to suppress your emotions, because if you look at prostate, all the men get problems with prostate. It is all about suppressed emotions. So that's what I want to share today on Sunday, and it's already 9:15 in Holland. I don't want to make it too late, but tomorrow I'll be back around 8, I think. And tonight I'm going to finish the workshop. And I would love to have you guys on this webinar. It's going to be a real workshop. You have to be ready. I'm going to probably might have to see it twice because I'm going to give you a lot of information. So yeah, I hope you will join us, and I'm going to introduce you to something new that changed my life, that has been my best friend forever since I got this thing, and then also how my wife cured from COVID-19. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Very, very interesting stuff. And I'm going to hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Please share the video. Thank you guys very much and love you guys. See you back tomorrow if you can. Have a good evening. Enjoy your sleep and connect with love, the love frequency. Bye bye.